Okay?
No, you just step the boundary.
just stay right
You come
here,
back over here.
You don't have to step on the flower.
Okay. Yeah, but it's just better if we just stay on there. Then somebody will. You look so pretty.
Yeah, you overstep your boundaries.
Overstep my boundaries? Okay. Huh?
You leaving them?
Okay. Well, where's Frida? Frida's taking
Right here.
pictures, right?
I'm videotaping right now.
You videotaping?
Yeah, you can hold this. I can take pictures too. Thank you, baby.
Where's your candle? Oh, pick your candle up, put it in your hand for right now.
Come here out there.
Everybody, come closer.
The candle.
Brittany, you got more?
What candles? Somebody has two right there. They want you to look like right there.
I'm in the gate. Right in the candle.
All right. So we ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
You know what? Can you see peace and pause on this side?
Yes.
Okay. I'm talking about this photographer.
Yeah, we just peace.
All right, everybody. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Today is International Peace Day.
Okay.
And every September 21st, we're going to make it out here and call for peace.
Yes.
To stop the wars, stop nuclear weaponry, stop the violence in the streets, which I'm sure Miss Cassandra could talk about. You know, it's just a little bit too much. And one thing that we do know that we talked about today is a lot of these wars that are being fought are fake wars. They're being fought and announced for the sake of profit. There's many investors that invest in machinery. They invest in weapons of mass destruction. They invest in a lot of those things. And as long as there's a war, then they can get the contracts for the uniforms, the contracts for the boots, the contracts for the canteens, and everything else that goes along. The bad thing about it is we have our young men and women running into these battles, and it's all for naught for the very rich to get more money. Okay? Because you look at 9/11, the Carlyle Group made $237 million in one day when they announced the Iraqi war. Okay? So, we have New Jersey Peace Action's director here with us. And we're going to talk about moving the money for peace. And what does that mean? We are talking about 25% of the military budget. Moving 25% of that budget for peace at home. So people can get jobs, and for the schools, and for what else do we need it for? I don't have to be the only one talking.
Shelters for families.
Shelters for families,
For
for
kids.
homes, for kids,
Yeah.
clean water,
Hospitals.
hospitals. Come on.
Nursing homes. Yeah.
Our water infrastructure, after school programs for kids. Training, absolutely. Education, our school system is totally messed up.
Job readiness, job placement.
And so, Madeline, I want you to take the floor and say something.
I'll speak for just a little bit. My name is Madeline Hoffman. I'm the director of New Jersey Peace Action. We're based in Bloomfield. We were here last summer to dedicate this area as a peace site. Judith Arnold and I were here to do that. One of New Jersey Peace Action was founded in 1957. Main priority at that point was nuclear disarmament and also moving the money from the bloated military budget then to moving it from the military budget to peaceful purposes. Today, the military budget is about $680 billion with a B. That's what is in the budget, but then there's supplemental to fight in Afghanistan, to fight in Iraq. One soldier to be stationed in Afghanistan for 1 year is $1 million. Yeah. So if we say it's $800 billion that we spend on military and military-related things, if we were moving 25% of it, that would be $200 billion to go throughout the country to do the kinds of things that people need. So we in New Jersey Peace Action, we were able to get the town of Montclair to pass a Move the Money resolution last December, which means they sent a message to Congress saying, we want you to move 25% of the money from the military budget into peaceful purposes. And we started to work with Brenda here in March or April, February, to try to get a similar resolution passed in Newark. It would make a lot more noise if it were passed in Newark, as Newark is, a large city. It would be very significant if the Newark City Council and Mayor were to come out and say, we call on the U.S. Congress to change its priorities, to shift them from the military into peaceful purposes. And we saw how another way in which the money for the military has come back to our communities and not a peaceful way, because a lot of the tanks, the armored vehicles, and so on that are no longer needed in Iraq and Afghanistan are basically being donated to police departments around the country. And we saw in Ferguson, unfortunately, Missouri, we saw those armored vehicles in the streets turned on people. And, it's the militarization of the world and foreign policy and militarization right back here at home. And so we feel New Jersey Peace Action believes and has been working for the goal of moving the money. It's going to be a long fight. Some places all around the country are doing this, and in places like Ohio, I think, where there's military contractors and people who are working for the military, they're working on what they call transition plans, so that people who are working for the military now don't lose their jobs when we move the money from war to peace. A conversion plan. Maybe if people were working on building an engine for a fighter plane, that same engine could power a windmill or something else. So the skills would be preserved and the jobs transferable. Thank you. And the jobs could be maintained, but just to do something more peaceful, more sustainable than going to fight wars in places where the people who are hurt don't have much money. Their lives are hard enough as it is, and then here at home the money is being taken, stolen from our communities in order to do that.
Absolutely.
So I'm very pleased to be here, and we will stay here working with Brenda and all of you until we get Newark to pass the resolution.
Yeah, it's really important that young people like yourselves participate in this, because I'm going to be 60 years old. You guys got to stand up and begin to take the lead, because it's your lives. You got children to have, marriages to have, and move forward. But you got to know what you're doing as adults. Don't go running into no war that's designed for the rich to get wealthy and they're going to take your life.
That's it.
Okay? Don't do that. When we go down to City Hall, we do have a mayor, we do have a council that is working with us to move this money for peace. We need to, it's a shame that we need to fight for everything, but we need to fight, so we need to put our dukes up and start fighting. Period. If that's the way it's going to roll, we're going to roll.
If we don't fight for us, who will?
Thank you. If you don't fight for yourselves, who will? Okay? Because, every day I work in New York City, and I can't tell you how many people I walk over that are laying down in the street. They've been just totaled from the stresses of this world. And guess what? You can't lay down. You have to stand up, because if you lay down, people got to go to work. I walk over to people because I can't pick them up. I don't have the facility to put them somewhere and to really help them. You got to stay on top of things, because people will walk right over you. And we don't need that to happen. We need to strengthen ourselves, become a strong community, so we can pick up our brother and sister together.
And every time the U.S. Congress says we don't have money for this, we don't have money for that, they come after programs that people need. and they come after food stamps or Medicare. Or,
They just took the food
And the
stamps.
crazy
Yeah, they
part is
took
they always got money.
unemployment benefits. We're not going to extend unemployment benefits because we don't have any money.
Right.
Yes, you do.
Yes, they
you
do.
do. And
They
it's-
have $680 billion for the war effort plus additional money that
that
makes
they
up like
allocate all of
800 billion.
So-
1 billion is 1,000 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, they're looking at the wrong end of it. They're trying to get a lot. They're cutting it from people who need that program or need that service or need
Absolutely.
that, rather than taking the money from where it would really hurt. But still, I mean, if you, I have flyers here I can pass around where even if we cut our military budget by 25%, we'd still have to spend more on the military than the next, I think, 10 or 12 countries combined.
Combined.
So it's not like if somebody says, oh, if we do that, we're going to weaken our military. No,
It's not true.
not at all.
And then you also have to understand how much of the money that we have given up already on weapons,
Yes.
and the weapons are now obsolete. They're obsolete. How fast is it that your iPhone or your cell phone becomes obsolete? It's like no sooner than you get it, it's done. And that's the same thing that's happening with the military spending on weapons. Okay, so we really want you guys to continue to participate with us. Every year we're going to do this. On September the 1st is the International Day of Peace. People around the world are celebrating peace. Okay, today we were in New York City and we were all marching for climate change. And I tell you, they recorded 310,000 people attended that. Myself, Ace, Ronell, Winifred over here. Who else was there? This lady right here, she was there. And 310 more thousand people from all over the world. People came all over the world, different languages, droves of them. Just a sea of people that came and participated. So all ages, absolutely. Yes. Okay. So
Start it up.
I'm so happy that you all. Okay.
Power to the people.
Power to the people. Come on, Ace.
Power.
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 Power to the people.
Power to the people. That's the only way we're gonna move these things. It's people power.
That's it.
It's people power. Am I right, Cassandra? It's people power. If all the people come out, when all the people come out, come on in here if you want to come in. You want to know what we're doing? Come on in here and take one of these candles.
Can't really give you one.
Power to the people.
I'll get one.
That's the only way we're going to get things done. If we take back our country, we take back what is ours, you know? I mean, so the military budget, where do they get that budget from? It comes right out of your paycheck before you get your paycheck. Right? Your taxes. That's where it comes. So you're just taking your money back. This is what we asking for, our money back, and let's decide where that money is going to go. There's another thing that I want the legislators to push, and that is filtration at the point of use. Everybody should have water filtration in their home because the water is polluted. And who is polluting the water? The government is giving industry permission to pollute the rivers. And all the stuff that goes down into the sea. Okay? And all the companies that dump in the rivers on a sneak tip, on a down low. They get away with it. There's a company, Occidental Chemical Corporation, who just was fined $190 million for polluting the Passaic River over decades. They did it. And all they have to pay is $190 million? To me, that's crazy. What about all the families that were contaminated and sickened by that contamination? If they were charged and found guilty and forced to pay $90 million, how many people do you think that's it? Huh? Okay? Erin Brockovich, when she did that movie, what was the name of it? What's the name? Erin Brockovich. Right?
Yeah.
They got $330 million. They sickened those people with their hexavalent chromium 6. And guess what? That's cancer causing, and it's in our water. It's in the United States water. It ain't stopped. They paid the bill and kept it going. But at least the people that were dying did get some money. And that was my complaint. Why didn't the people get money? Why are you just talking about cleaning up a river? What about all those thousands of people that were sickened by that contamination? A lot of them are probably dead already.
Because our policymakers refuse to push for it.
Yeah, policymakers refuse to push
Our
for it.
representatives,
But I tell you,
they
if the
sold
people
out.
are at the table, if you people are at that table, when we tell them, when we did the thing with the water, what do we tell them? If you don't do what you need to do, we will snatch you right out of that seat. And you will no longer be a politician. And guess what? They began to vote properly. Because we watch. Am I right, Cassandra? We gotta force them. You gotta show up. Okay? You have to show up and force them. And yeah, you got the right. You got every right. Okay? They are put in place by we the people to represent us for what we need. Not for the backdoor deals that they're getting. Okay? And if they think they're going to continue with the backdoor deals, then we need to snatch them right out of their positions. And that's not a hard thing to do when we the people assume our power. We have power. We have to use it. And once they know that we got the power, what happens? Oh, they begin to pay attention.
You shine light on them.
They shine, look.
You shine light on them.
Yeah, they just made me an environmental commissioner. I wonder
You
why.
shine the light, they run light.
Like cockroaches.
Right? Am I right? Yeah. We have to do what we need to do to protect ourselves. If we don't protect ourselves, do not think that the politician that you elected and put in place is going to do everything. There's no way that they can. Matter of fact, they don't even know as much as we know collectively by themselves. They don't know a lot. We got to teach them. We got to make sure that they do know.
It's amazing how quickly we can learn more than they know.
Yeah.
Take about 10 minutes or maybe a little more than that. Like 2 hours to research something and you know.
Yeah, they're too busy. They're too busy. They don't know the nuts and bolts of different situations.
They're lazy.
You know?
They have assistants, research assistants, all sorts of assistants.
Yeah,
Especially
but
our
they don't push
Congressmen.
them.
problem.
Congressmen and our senators.
Their assistants are clerks.
They're not thorough.
They're not thorough. Okay, so we can be thorough and we can get it done, okay, and tell them exactly what time it is. And guess what? We got their ear. Especially when we bring the people. Oh, they are really astute and attentive.
When's the next council meeting?
It's probably Wednesday, the first Wednesday.
We gotta also stop stopping at the council. You have a freehold, you have a county government, you have a state government, you have a federal government. That's not just your local government.
Yes, that, and this lady right here, she goes to all, she deals with every facet of the government. And I gotta give it to Cassandra Doc because she's for real. Okay, she'll take you through the county, what are they talking about, the state, what they're talking about, and the federal government as well as the county. Okay? And that's the kind of attention that we need. You know? That's the kind of interaction we need to impose upon our political leaders. You know, and sometimes we need to pull their drawers down, smack that real good. And so we need to do what we got to do. Right?
That's right.
But the only way we can do that is if we know what we're talking about. Right?
And we come together.
And we come together, we know what we're talking about, and we take care of business. So, again, I want to thank everybody for coming out here. If anybody wants to say anything, please say something.
I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you again to everybody that coming out. It means something. Just the gesture of coming and knowing that other people feel the same way, it goes a long way. It means a lot.
Yes, absolutely, it does. Why don't we take a moment and just introduce ourselves then? Going around, start with you.
Well, I did. I'm Madeline Hoffman, Director of New Jersey Peace Action.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Winifred Victor Hines, resident of the South Ward.
Very nice.
Cassandra Doc. We're from
What's your name? Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Tanisha.
Stopping by because we just had death in our family.
Oh, yeah?
But the end of the week, our cousin was murdered.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that.
Down the neck, he was murdered.
In the neck?
And in the pool.
Oh,
So we at our family house and we just was sitting when he came to us and we saw my piece, so we just wanted to stop by. Actually,
Right.
I get ready to leave, but I like this. This
Right.
is like what we need because this is the second murder and this is my uncle's second son that died within was it 7 or 10 years? And the way they killed him, like he was arguing with somebody and he was leaning over in a car arguing with him, and a guy rolled the window up and pulled on his spin off.
Oh.
And the way he hit the car, it ruptured his liver and his kidneys.
Oh.
Yeah, my son, like, he's 28, and it's just like every day, like I'm just tired of our young men dying
Yes, yes.
for nothing, you know.
Yeah.
And I just keep praying, and I ask him God why, but you can't question why, but it's just so sensitive, you know. So I just want peace. It's time.
Yes.
It's time. You know, I have a son. You know,
Right.
that's coming up, and I still tell me God first, but it's really hard, you know, to stay strong. You know, so we were just taking a break and walking. We were sitting and he came up. So I think this is big because it's time to take our city back.
Yeah, we gotta take our city back.
Like, they didn't close all our schools down.
Yes.
I didn't even want to give it to them. You know, it's just crazy. You gotta say we live in our city. You gotta say our kids somewhere to get better. They could just going here. It's crazy. I don't understand it. And like you said, I go to work every day. I put my money into that.
Right.
You know, it's crazy.
We with you in that fight. We all
You
together.
know.
Yeah, before we leave, we're going to say a silent prayer, okay, for you and your family.
Yes.
Because it's, you know, every day something is going on. Somebody's being taken out of this world too early, and for what? That's it. Too early, and for what? You know, so what I like to do is everybody just quietly to themselves say your prayer that you say to your Creator. I say mine in Jesus Christ's name. You know, but I don't like praying out loud. I believe in going in the closet because I have a relationship with my God. And he says for me to go in the closet. So, but we can do that quietly. That is shed. You know, we have some green candles here as well, and that represents the land that's destroyed. And we have a majority of white candles for peace. So let's raise our candles and ask our Creator in Jesus Christ's name to bless this family that is suffering and to bless us, and to bless our city. And let us stay focused on peace and coming together and working together to bring this world back to peace. It's so full of so much violence. It's crazy. Yeah, crazy. You know, in Jesus Christ's name.
Bless the peacemakers.
Yes, bless the peacemakers.
So we're putting the candles down?
Yeah, we can put the candles
Do we
down.
want to hear who else is here?
Yeah, somebody else wants to say something?
Well, we're just introducing ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, Pamela, I'm sorry.
My name is Pamela Foster, and I live at 515
Cassandra, hold on. Go on.
Well, I just want to say that the light that we have, let it be a light that shines within our own soul so that we can be a representative of peace anywhere we go, to whoever we run into each and every day, and let our light shine. Let it shine for everybody. And may the Lord give us all peace that passes understanding as we go through each and every day. And let our peace have a definition that will never define peace.
Yes, yes.
It has so many meanings, and it means so much to so many different people.
Yeah.
So let our peace be a light in everybody's life.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Pamela.
I'm Alonzo Blaylock. I am the brand ambassador for the Joe's Crab Shack downtown Newark. Thank you for inviting us. I also live right down the street. So,
Okay.
I think this rally was very important. I have a younger brother that...
Wait, let the truck go by.
I have a younger brother that recently joined the military. And he did so because he had a son earlier this year. And he just wants to be able to provide for his child, but it was interesting timing for him to do so. And so I just, my prayers for his protection.
Absolutely.
You know, that whatever happens, that I will be able to embrace my brother again. And for all the families that have been hurting over the past few years for senseless violence, whether it was the war or war within ourselves here in our own home country. You know, you watch the news and you see these montages of people in despair. You see the destruction. You think it's overseas, like it looks like Syria, but it's right there in Detroit. Or it's down the street in Newark. It's our own people.
Yes.
You know, and peace isn't going to come peacefully. It will take us demanding,
Yes.
you know, that we put our guns away.
Yes.
And that we actually take a chance to look at ourselves and how to love each other better as people.
Yes.
Everything else aside, just learning how to understand and live together while we're here. How to live and coexist together. So that's what my prayer is.
And what's your name again?
Alonzo Blaylock.
Thank you, Alonzo, so much.
Sorry, my voice is hoarse.
She has on a peace sign shirt.
Yes.
I'm Chanel Morales. I don't live in Newark, but I've worked in Newark for years. I'm also a brand ambassador at Joe's Crab Shack in training as of next week. That's all. Thanks for having me.
I'm Ace Foster, and I'm a resident of Newark. I've lived in this neighborhood for a while. It means something to me, and I'm glad y'all came out and shared this peaceful moment.
And you're working in the garden.
Yes. Me and Renner, we work in the garden.
These are the two main people that run this garden.
Yeah, I would applaud, but my name is Joanne, and I just had a grandson that served the Marines, and thank Lord that he made it back out.
Oh, thank you. Ronell, we skipped Ronell. Ronell, you want to say something?
Yes, my name is Ronell.
Speak up, Ronell.
My name is Ronell Till. I'm the head of the youth. I'm also a member of the Art Survivor, and I maintain the garden race. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming out.
Thank you, Ronell.
My name is Tracy. I have a nephew who just got killed 3 years ago. Shot up on Renner Avenue. I still can't believe it. His mom died when he was 1 year old. I still can't believe it. So now to this day, I be in the house by 5 o'clock. I don't trust the streets. I don't trust the streets at all. I'm scared of these streets.
Might I repeat myself?
My name is...
Hold on.
I'm sorry.